Hello, everybody, and welcome to another lesson. This is going to be for people that are absolutely brand new to trading and need to know how and where to start, how to pretty much as quick as possible get a working paper trade account. Now, what is paper trading? It's basically trading with fake money. It's not real money. It's demo accounts so that you can practice before you use real money. That's what this session is going to be about. So, we'll jump straight into. I'm trying to keep these as short as possible. The first thing that you need to determine is what broker are you going to work with. So today I'm going to be walking you through a broker that I use now. Depending on where you are around the world, it is different. For example, my broker is IC Markets, but IC Markets doesn't work with American users, for instance. So you got to work and figure out what broker works for your area where you live. The main things to kind of keep in mind is like the spread. So that's how the broker makes their money. Is that if it's really large spreads, then I would consider that. Nowadays, most brokers have some pretty small spreads, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. Usually, you'll see on the page that says low spreads or different things like that. Um, and sometimes it's just trial and error. You got to kind of just try some out, see if you like it. If you don't like it, find another broker. I mean, it's not too hard. But most brokers nowadays are pretty good. You can't really go wrong. If you start noticing things like slippage where you get in a trade and it puts you in a really bad entry, not where you clicked buy or sell, then I would consider finding another broker. But if you don't have problems like that, then you're probably okay. So don't overthink it too much. Most people overthink the broker side of things way too much. That's really not the main problem. Just get a broker, whether they have good slippage or honestly spreads or not. The main point right now is just learning how to trade. So this is just kind of the basics, but it's good to get a feel of how to operate and use a broker. So the first thing is finding a broker. We're going to be working with IC Markets today. And so here I'm already logged in. What you're going to do is create an account. So basically, sign up, create an account. For this account, I used raw spreads. Um, so it might be a little bit different per broker. If you need, just look up it'll give you a couple options to choose from, like standard or raw spread. Honestly, the difference is the type of style of trading that you're doing. If you're doing more like scalping, quick in and quick out, it might be more beneficial for a specific type of account like a raw spread. Or if you're like swing trading, holding trades for a lot longer, maybe a standard account or whatever options are available depending on your broker. Just look it up. All you have to do is Google it, look it up, see what it says, and make a decision based off that. And then you're gonna probably be asked, do you wanna do, MT4, MT5, C trader? It could be a little bit different depending on the broker, but I like C trader. I went with C trader. MT4 is kind of the original platform. Now these are just platforms. They're basically how you press buy and sell. The broker is who keeps your money. These guys are basically the platform that you use. So MP4 is basically your standard platform. Then it upgraded to MT5. They're basically the same thing. Don't overcomplicate it. C Trader is just another more modern version of these things. It's just a lot more simpler to work, more options, functions, different things like that. C Trader also connects directly to TradingView. So you want to choose C Trader if you want to use TradingView. Now, TradingView is this platform which I use. Once you create your account, what you can do is click on demo accounts. As you can see, I have a demo account here with a password. I'm gonna, with a password. And then what you do is you can set the balance. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna sign in to your uh, TradingView down here. So you're going to go to trading panel. You're going to click IC Markets, connect. Now this is going to automatically connect to my, real life account. So we're going to sync to TradingView. Now this is a live account. You're gonna have to kind of put in your settings, choose which one you want, and then you'll see your account balance here. So if you have real money in, obviously make sure that this account balance is showing the demo amount that you have, and then now you can basically start trading. Now you can start placing trades. So you can actually click on tradable items and start trading by clicking buy and sell, testing it out, seeing, what you're going to be able to make. Now, that is step. Where did I put my steps? YM. So that is your broker. That is how you pretty much set up your platform. Next is picking your asset. What do you want to trade? If you have something that comes up like this, non-tradable symbol, that is because depending on your broker. So when you go here to click on different brokers that you need, or different things you can trade. So Forex, for example, we'll delete this YM. There's all these different pairs, but if you look over here, these are all different brokers. Oanda, FXCM, Oanda, Forex.com, and you have Capital.com. You have all these different brokers, but this means that this pair is not connected to my particular broker. So what you can do is click IC Markets and then your broker here, or whatever your broker is. Now these are all the pairs you can trade. So you can go ahead and click on that. And then if you look here, now we can actually trade this pair. See, this will come up when it's tradable. Now, if you're in something like this, that is a non-tradable pair, you can just click switch to the symbol and it will automatically switch you to the tradable symbol with your, you can see here, your broker up here. So that's how you go ahead and get started. But picking your asset, what do you want to trade? I would personally recommend, this is completely up to you, right? This is not financial advice, but this is what I would do. I would personally trade something like GJ, EU, um, yeah, probably GJ, EU, and stick to those pairs in gold, probably. Now, keep in mind, different pairs react in different time frames, right? Different trading sessions. So you have the Asian session, you have the London session, and you have the New York session. Now, I'm not going to go in detail of those times because it's different, and depending on time changes and all that, it could really be different for everyone at different times of the year. So you're gonna have to look up what time is Asian session. I use this thing that I found is very helpful. It is here. It's called babypips.com, and this basically is a time zone converter. So if you just put in where you're at, it shows you exactly what time Sydney session starts, Tokyo Asian session, London session, and New York session. Right. So you got these 4 different sessions you can trade from. Now, Sydney session isn't really that big of a session. It's more just Tokyo, London, and New York. Um, Tokyo session tends to have less volume, so that it tends to move less, as you can see there at the bottom. New York session tends to move the most. London starts to pick up in movement, but New York session is pretty much the most volatile session to trade. So, for example, if you are trading EU, right, that's Euro USD, what times zones would be good to trade in? You don't want to trade in Asian because it's not an Asian pair. You would want to trade in either London or New York. With gold tends to move quite a lot in New York. It does move in other time sessions as well, session times as well, but mainly moves a lot in that. And then GJ is a Tokyo pair, so you could trade GJ in the Asian session or you could trade GJ in the London session. I tend to find it moves the most when these sessions kind of overlap here. Um, so those are some good times to trade those pairs. So those are the pairs I would prefer. I would recommend you trade. So you got GBP, JPY. You got gold, which is AU, USD. And you've got Euro USD tends to move the slowest, but a lot of people tend to like it when they're starting out. So those are some pairs you can start trading right away. Place a virtual trade. So yeah, once you've got your account connected to TradingView, then you can go ahead and start placing trades. And you'll see it here. This is a live account. It'll say demo instead of live. All right, guys, let's place a trade here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and choose what we want. If we don't know what we want, you can go up here and click JPP, JPY, click on that. It'll open it up, or you can click it if it's down here on your right side. And what we're going to do is we're going to place a limit order. So we're going to go ahead and click this here, and place that indicator down. Uh, and so let me quickly explain what a limit order is. A limit order is basically saying once price gets to a certain point, I want it to tap me into the trade. I want the trade to execute. A market order is I want to just get into the trade right now where price is, where this white line is. So we're going to do a limit order. I'm going to create a limit order. And as you can see here, lots is how much money you want to risk. This is saying that I want to risk negative 31,000 right now, which I do not want to do. So we're going to go ahead and put 1. Now that's saying we're risking $224, which is still a lot of money. Now, good thing with lots is you can go down quite a lot. So we're going to go ahead and do 0.01. Excuse me. Now this is saying we're only risking $2 to make $2, but price needs to come and tap us in first to get to that level. Now you can move your stop loss, you can move your take profit wherever you like. For the sake of just getting in the trade, we're going to move it close to where price is. We're going to press buy. Now we're not in the trade yet. This is a limit order. We're not in the trade yet. We would be in if we had market order selected. We just need price now to go ahead and tap this blue line, and then we'll get in. Now, if you want to see whether you're in, down here on the below, you'll see an area called positions or orders. Orders is the orders we just placed. Positions, we're not in yet. So now we're in. We're officially in. And then once if price comes down to here, we lose $1. Price comes up to here, we win $1. It's pretty much that simple. That's it. If you want to close the trade early, you can press this X or you can press this X. But once again, there's spreads. So we need the price to move up a little bit first before we can end up making our money. Now, this most likely is going to become a wick fill and come down here and hit my stop loss, but that's okay. We'll see. I'm just going to get out right away once price gets back into the positive pips. But this is how you place a trade. It's pretty straightforward. So now we'll see if price wants to go ahead and reverse and move up. We'll go ahead and move our take profit down really low just for example's sake. So once that hits, it will take us out of the trade. There we go. Now we just made 14 cents. Congratulations. Could have made more, but that's okay. Just using it as an example. And there you go. It's straightforward. Just keep kind of practicing, choosing the right pairs and working with the right pairs. We chose GJ today because we're in London session right now, so it's moving the most in our London session. GJ. It would be weird if I took another, position like, let's say USD Swiss. It's just not gonna be very as active. But there you go. That's how you place a limit. If you want to do a market order, then you can just press, we know our lot size is 0.1. We can press buy. And now we're in this trade. We can move a stop loss down if we want, add a stop loss to the position. We can add a take profit to the position, whatever we want to do there. But once again, this is just an example. So I'm gonna move my take profit down so it just takes me out, and I'm not losing tons of money. We'll move the stop loss up, but this will take us out soon. And we got a little bit of slippage there. I thought that hit my take profit. Maybe it didn't. Let's see. There we go. Made however much money that was. Okay, there you go. It's that simple. Those were obviously not real trades. Those were just getting in and out. To give you an example, take profits will take you out when you make a certain amount of money. Stop losses will take you out when you lose a certain amount of money. And then I would encourage you, the last thing to do is journal your trades. So actually, once you take a trade, what you can do is go ahead and journal. And here's a quick kind of way to journal. You go ahead and put time you entered. Actually, let's just do entry first. Entry, stop loss. And if you don't know any of these terms, feel free to refer back to my video. My other main video, my first video I posted. take profit, and then probably just put the time that you entered so you can go back and look at it. Time and day. Let's put that day you entered. And then how'd you feel? What were your emotions like when you traded? Was it a win slash loss? Um, how much money did you win? Because this is something that you need to be able to start feeling and processing. How much money did you win or lose? Was it negative? Was it, positive? um, Different things like that. So this would be a good way to start journaling. This is a really basic way to journal. You don't really want to do too much. But there you go, guys. That is how you can start practicing. This is just a quick video on how to just pretty much get set up and start practicing. The goal is to practice. The goal is not to make money right away. So this is what I would encourage you to do. If you're brand new, just get set up, play around, get familiar, play some trades, whether you know what you're doing or not. Just get familiar with the platform and you should be good to go. If you don't see pairs or anything like this on this side, you press this plus button there and you can add some to this watch list. Also, one quick thing is when you first join TradingView. This is TradingView. So tradingview.com. You might be open to something like this. All you have to do is click on the pair that you want to start trading and then see on super chart or full chart there. You can click full chart there and then it'll open it up to this platform here. There you go, guys. That is a very quick rundown. And if you have more questions, feel free to let me know. If I've missed anything or you want clarity, put it in the trading questions chat, and I'm happy to help answer any questions you have. Hope this helps.